Welcome to the ASMR guide to soil wars, prepared especially for Hilaria. Okay, we're not actually going to do the whole thing in ASMR, that is for sure, but what we are going to do is talk a little bit about the soil wars today to make sure that as a server we are as best prepared as possible. This is largely aimed at R4s and R5s, but there is some stuff in here of interest for every member of the server regarding combat timings and stuff like that. But without further ado, what I will do is I'll kind of crack on and we'll talk through some of the bits of importance. So obviously, as we all know by now, the Soil Wars are split into two factions, the Rebels and the Gendarmerie. And again, for our continental and French players, please forgive my pronunciation of the word Gendarmerie. We are in the Gendarmerie. We are aligned with servers 1356, 1376 and 1361 as well. Now, the Soil Wars are like the major PvP event of the season and really determine how each alliance does, but also how the server fares overall and the faction fares overall as well. Now, in the first few weeks of the Soil Wars, 20% of rare soil can be plundered from defenders. And I think it's the last week, or maybe the last 2 weeks, we'll clarify it's 30% of soil can be taken from the losing alliance. The battle structure is done in a way where you are sort of grouped into brackets. So the brackets are top 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40, etc. Battles occur twice a week on a Wednesday and a Saturday at 3 p.m. UK time and 4 p.m. Central European time. And again, you sort of alternate attacking, defending. And obviously, each faction gets 4 attacks. The Rebels get to attack first and last in the season. And the pattern for these attacks are that the Gendarmerie will defend this Wednesday, and then we will attack on the Saturday. The week after, we will attack on the Wednesday, defend on the Saturday. Week after that, we'll defend on the Wednesday, attack on the Saturday, and then the final week of the season, we will attack on the Wednesday and defend on the Saturday. Each war essentially has 5 stages. The declaration stage, where you identify who you're going to attack, or if you're defending, you will be identified and selected. The invitation phase, which is where defenders get to kind of balance the odds if they're being targeted by multiple alliances. The preparation phase, including the Warlord missile, the battle itself, and then kind of the end phase as well, just the clean up afterwards. In terms of the declaration, obviously it opens a day before, so it opens on Tuesday for the Wednesday and it opens on Friday for the Saturday. Now, your R4s will see a screen like this on the right hand side showing you can expand and see the alliances that are inside each bracket, and again you are limited to your bracket. So if you're in brackets 1 to 10 as an alliance based upon your rare soil, you can only target or be targeted by people in the same bracket, and that sort of stops you from either locking out selections on strong alliances by using weak bot alliances, or it stops strong alliances just really punching down too far. Up to 3 alliances can declare attack against 1 defender. It's important you pick your targets as early as possible. It is considered bad manners amongst the faction to declare a target that's already been declared upon without some discussion first. So if you do want to gang up on somebody, please do talk to the alliances that are involved. The reason for this is that obviously rare soil is split amongst the attackers if they are successful. And again, when you're actually selecting, what you'll see is, like on the right hand side, you'll have the declare button, you'll see their total alliance power. Again, the available amount of soil that can be plundered from them, and also you can kind of see the number of people that already have declared upon them. Now, the invitation stage is only really for defenders. So if you have been targeted by multiple people, so you're unlucky enough to be being attacked 3 to 1, you can then invite alliances that are inside your faction ranking to equal the odds a little bit. So you can invite 2 people in that situation, so it becomes 3v3. Now, you do not have to. People also do not have to accept. So it is worth talking to people that you'd like to help you defend. Defenders can only be invited from the same bracket. So once again, you cannot just ask the strongest alliance to come and help you. You will have to find friends that are at the same power level as you. The preparation stage, after that kind of defense stage is done, is quite short. No more changes can be made to the defenders. Obviously, it's the right time to make sure that all your squads are in position, that everyone knows what they're doing, that your Warlord missile is ready to go. Now, the Warlord missile can be fired in the preparation stage or also in the attacker stage. the Warlord missile, if it connects, firstly, will do, I think it's 30,000 damage to any alliance furnaces that it hits. It will also teleport any bases in the radius outside of that area, and it will turn that area, which is 25 by 25 squares, into contaminated land. Now that means that no shields can be present there, but also any bases inside that land can be attacked. The reason that's important is that on Wednesdays, for example, bases cannot be targeted during the soil war. Only the kind of furnace can be targeted. Saturday, of course, it's a free-for-all, and you will have to manage 2 of those in the season based upon the attacking defending patterns. Once the Warlord missile is fired, you will see a timer in your intel that appears like this, and it shows you both the location of the Warlord missile and the location that's being targeted. Now, if you are firing the Warlord missile, what you will do is you'll probably have one of your strongest players as your Warlord, and you will assign the 5 next strongest players to go and assist them. And they will assist them by garrisoning them. You may send additional bases to garrison those people in sort of a domino effect. The idea being that you must keep your Warlord's base there for the 3-minute time. If that base is ported, or if they teleport themselves, the missile fails and it does not connect. If you are defending and you see this alert, you obviously want to get your best players to go and take out the Warlord's base as quickly as possible. Now, you may want to do that by firstly attacking the people that are there to garrison them, if possible, so you can kind of clear some space. In terms of war itself, obviously the objective if you're attacking is destroy the furnace, right, of the defending player by sending rallies or attacks on it, and you might want to try and time those attacks so they land simultaneously to beat their defenders. You must beat your way through the defenders inside their garrison to deal durability damage. If you are defending, obviously you want to keep the furnace intact until the timer runs out. Now, battles, if they are a fair battle, so again, if they're 1v1 or 2v2 or 3v3, they will last 40 minutes. If there is a discrepancy of one more attacker than defender, so it's either 2v1 or 3v2, then it will last 30 minutes. If it's an unfortunate 3v1 situation, well, the good news is it only lasts 20 minutes, but it's going to be quite a tough 20 minutes. If the attacker wins, the soil is split amongst all of the attackers. If the defender holds out whilst they're outnumbered, they get additional victory rewards as a multiplier there. What we will do actually is we'll quickly just look at some footage, I think, of what's happening. So let's run the footage. So we've got here a player, I think on quite an early server. They're sort of just running through here. You can kind of see the points and the rewards that you can claim as an individual there. Obviously, you get points by killing troops or losing troops. You can see here that, well, one, they've got some weird stuff going on with the temperature. Lots of people are frozen, but they are now attacking the furnace. This guy's trying to find somewhere to teleport in so that he can kind of get underway. He's found a position and he's about to start, I guess, wailing on this furnace. You can see it's taking some durability damage. You can kind of see some details. He's going to scout it, I expect, see what's going on. You also saw the attacker contribution ranking, which is going to be the metric that soil is split between if there are multiple attackers. You can see here, guy's about to connect. Is he going to do it? So he sent a couple of squads in. He fails, but he does knock a number of defenders out. And again, kind of just see the usual pattern of attackers connecting, defending garrison squads being sent back to their bases. He's sort of checking in now to understand what's going on in the war, so we can kind of see here again how many points he scored. Not many, long way to go. His kill rankings and just generally how the battle is going. I think he gets a little bit spicy in a second. Oh, he's going to send a rally this time, so we started a rally there. But he's going to try and attack somebody's base. And again, this player is not in the mud, so he's going to be told that he can't attack that base. It's only allowed on the Saturdays. So this one is clearly happening on the Wednesday. They get a victory there, so you can see that they dealt some durability damage on the victory. And it just sort of progresses like that. So that is the end of that video. What we'll do is we'll come back now to the last little bit. So right, the last stage of the war is obviously once the timer ends, you kind of get the cleanup phase, the end of the war. Obviously, you can claim any rewards there that you have not yet claimed. Any soil is split amongst the attackers based upon their contribution ranking. If you defended and you did not defend successfully, your furnace will be rebuilt before the next reset, ready for the next round. The good news is if you are defending and you're helping people defend and they lose, you do not lose any soil. So the only risk really of helping somebody else defend is the loss to your troops. But again, as we all know, troops can be retrained. And that is pretty much it. So I guess, last bit of advice is obviously we are server first, right? We want to make sure that we do the best we can for as many players as possible. So look, if you need help identifying targets, so some advice on who maybe you should attack, reach out. If you need help negotiating defensive partners to come and help you, once again, reach out. We're here to help. We're on Discord, we're in game. We have lots of players on this server that have played Season 2. I'm not actually one of them, but people like Lozzzi, Clarnus, etc. So do reach out to anybody, and hello RTBF, we'll be happy to help. But otherwise, let's do the best we can for the most players we can and have a great season and a very successful Soil Wars.